Hi everyone, my name is Florence and welcome back to part 2 of my Spring 2021 houseplant tour. If you haven't caught part 1, please check it out, the link is in the description below, and it will show you all of the plants behind me and all of my other floor level plants in my living room. So I hope you enjoy that, and if you've already watched it, thank you. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you the wires, and I get a lot of questions about how they were put up, how we water them, and I'll just quickly go through that with you now. We water them using a ladder. It's a two-man job. It could potentially be one-person job, but it's much quicker, and actually it only takes about 20 minutes. I do flood these plants in the shower so that they are absolutely soaked, and they seem to thrive through that method. They're probably the only plants that I do that to on a regular basis. And in the summer I do fertilise as well, so I'll shower them through fully and then just top it up with a bit of fertiliser. So that can kind of give you an idea of how we water. And then with the actual wires themselves, so sorry, I keep looking up because obviously the wire's up, but we got a builder in to do this because I knew that I wanted to blame it on somebody else if it went wrong. And if any plants fell, but the plants have actually been up there for well over a year now, about 18 months, and nothing has fallen. We've not had any disasters bar once, which was putting my Ripsalis elliptica back up without the ladder, and we've got kind of it's a skylight stick. Yeah, sometimes some of the plants are quite hard to get to even with the ladder because they're in awkward corners and there's obviously plants and furniture below. So yeah, I got a builder in. He bought some 4mm galvanized wire, which is what the wires actually are, and then he got anchor hooks rather than just normal wall plugs. So they are really, really strong, and luckily each wall is made of brick, so in that aspect they are really sturdy walls. I wouldn't suggest this if you have kind of like soft walls. And our ceilings are obviously extremely high, so only now that probably the Pepperoni Hope is the one that we get caught in the most, but people do tend to get stuck in the burrow's tail as well. And yeah, honestly it's just absolutely amazing. People look down or look up from the street below, and we obviously turn the fairy lights on at night or in the evening to make it look really nice, and I absolutely love them. So anyway, let's start the tour. Okay, here we have a Monstera adansonii. So as everyone's does, I'm sure, in the winter it goes a bit yellow and you get some sad looking leaves. You can kind of see it's browning on the tip there, but there's loads of new growth on this one and it's starting to perk up, which is exactly what I like to see this time of year. Then we have my fern leaf cactus, which is pushing out all this new growth. I'm not sure if you can actually see. There's kind of a little one right about here, and there's new growth on the other bits too. You can see there's a new one here, and there is some more around, but that has kind of grown like crazy over the year since I last did a tour, or did my video actually. And I've taken cuttings of this, which I'm currently propagating and have also given away. And up here, which you won't be able to see, is a Epipremnum pinnatum, which actually looked really sad for a long time, and is in fully cococoya, which I'm not sure I'm 100% happy with, but I do need to repot a lot of stuff anyway, because I did hardly any this year, just gone, and I'm sure that'll benefit a lot from a repot. Then here we have the definitely dead other, it's actually a square, or was a square form Herpetia. So you can kind of see how much greener that one is, where is my finger, here, than that one. So I'm not too worried about that one over here. And then we also have a dead Hoya linearis, which I can't reach. And then we have a Scindaptus pictus moonlight, Trubio moonlight, which has grown like mad. I've taken quite a few cuttings off this, and it's in this kind of globe planter and is just super, super happy. And next to this, we have a lipstick plant, which has grown like mad, flowered absolutely amazingly this year, and just shows no signs of stopping. It was probably about 4 inches when I got it, and now I'd say it's probably about 1 meter long. So really happy with that one. Then I have a Syngonium Tri-Leaf Wonder, which I have no idea what's going on with this. I know a lot of people are also suffering the same. I think it got a bit top heavy, and I put more kind of barky mix on top to try and push it in. I'm hoping that the yellow leaves will stop now and it will start growing again. Yeah, I really don't have great luck with Syngoniums. We have propagation station, string of hearts stuff. And then here we have my monster Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, which has just gone out of control. The vines are well over 2 meters long, and I just keep kind of twirling them up. Every now and then we get our head caught on them, and yeah, it's just absolutely mental. And over here we have a Rhipsalis elliptica, which again, since I repot, has just gone crazy. There's so much new red, fresh growth on this, and absolutely loves being in the sun all day, every day, when the sun's out, of course. And then we have my massive Burrow's tail. You can see that quite a few people's heads have gotten caught on this, so some strands are much thinner than others, but there is a lot of new growth, which you can see, which is really exciting. And then up here, which is facing the wrong way really for you to see, but there's a Rhipsalis paradoxa, which was a couple of small cuttings that I got from my mum, which have grown loads and continue to grow loads. And we have a string of turtles, which I personally think is in too bright a light, which is why the turtles are much smaller and a bit more faded. And here we have Peperomia Hope again, which I think is in too bright a light. This is crazy. This is my head height, so you can see that I get caught on it quite a lot. And there's some really cool square vines on this, which I'm not sure if you'll be able to see without me turning it. But you see the thicker vines here, which are amazing, but apparently that's due to underwatering or like irregular watering. But you can see that a lot of it's faded, and I think partly that is because it is in such bright sunshine. I'm not too worried about it. It's still pushing out more and more new growth, so there's that one. And then next to that we have my monster monkey tail cactus, which Hal is absolutely amazed by how much it's grown, and I just absolutely love this. So when I sit down on the sofa, this is the view that I get, and it kind of, you can see the silhouette of all of the hairs on it. Just absolutely love it. It looks like a weird spider. And then here we have my black lipstick plant, which again has grown like mad. I can hardly lift this now when it's fully watered. So that shows how strong these wires are. Obviously it's a cross section, but it is just absolutely huge. It's probably 2 meters long. You can't really get a kind of grip on how big these plants are because our ceilings are so high. But I thought you'd all be quite excited to see quite a massive one of these. And then we have a Epiphyllum something, which were cuttings from my mum, which have started to take off now, which is really exciting. And then above me we have a dead Hoya serpens, which I'm not talking about. Here we've got a Hoya tricolour Crimson Queen, which did always have really, really white leaves, and now suddenly they've kind of started to drop, and normally our table is here below me and we get white leaves drop into our teas, so I'm hoping that'll start to stop because it's quite frustrating. And then we have a Crinkle of 8 Hoya here, which I didn't think was growing, but actually looking at it now, compared to the last tour, has grown quite a bit. And then we just have a silver pothos here, which I love how that's growing around the planter. So there we have it. That is our living room and all of the plants. Like I said, it's the majority of plants that are in here. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Just one last view for you all. And like I said, we have about 70% humidity in here. So it is very humid. We do get good airflow because our windows aren't insulated very well. But absolutely, if you can, make the most of your high ceilings and hanging plants, because it does free up a hell of a lot of space. If you walk in here, this is a relatively small room, big room for a one-bed flat, but it is a relatively small living room. And because we've got big furniture pieces in here, you can kind of see just how many plants you can pack in. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you would like wires or if this video has been helpful at all in any way. I do swear that the wires have helped my plants actually grow to their full capacity within the time that they've been given up there. Whether that's through the watering or the light or just the fact that they've actually got more space than a lot of my other plants. So let me know what you reckon below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.